This is a tough one. What's your take on the Fleming Devers Will Clark gate? So I promised any super chat people, they throw their question there. I was going to get to it. And, I'll visit that right now a little bit. It's a difficult decision. It's not Dave Fleming, it's Will Fleming, which is Dave's brother. Will is the radio announcer for the Boston Red Sox. And he has put something out there that he had heard that, Devers said no, he didn't work out with Will Clark one day, that Will was there at first base in that first series, or that series against the Red Sox when the Giants and Red Sox played. Devers had just come to the team a couple days before that. So, and Will Fleming put it out there to the Boston media, and they jumped on it. Will Clark's not happy. I think maybe he felt like it could have been a conversation that was just between two people, and maybe somebody went with it and they shouldn't have went with it. I personally think this whole Devers first base Red Sox Giants thing is getting a little tired, really. And I don't know. I think you throw it out there to the Boston media, and they're going to jump on it, and they have, and it's one of those things that's gotten blown out of proportion. I don't know who's right or wrong in it, but I think it could be that maybe Will feels like whatever conversation he may have had about it, and we don't know exactly what happened, but maybe Will felt like it was a confidential conversation, or just hey, talking about something. But I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know what the conversations came of. I'm a little surprised that Will, and I like Will, he's an awesome guy. The Fleming brothers are terrific. I'm a little surprised that Will went with it and put it out there pretty strong. Because what the reaction is going to be, and that it's probably going to blow up. And that's what happened. And now it has gotten Will involved, and Will's not happy about it. And I absolutely get his point too. So it's too bad, and quite frankly, as I've said, I'm finding that whole, not this particular Fleming and Will, and that's, I'm just the whole, first base, Boston didn't want to. Devers is a bad guy. He's a bad teammate, which, all the players that play with him said that's ridiculous. I'm a little tired of that whole story. And I think the Giants are tired of it. And I think Devers is tired of it. And quite frankly, sometimes these stories, they are kept going because they're juicy stories. And in this case, Devers is now here, and I think he's just like, whatever, man. I'm a Giant. I like it here. He seems to like it here. Susan Slusser wrote a very good article about how he feels here. He feels welcomed. He's happy. It would be kind of nice to move on, quite frankly, and worry about baseball. Devers will play first base when he's healthy. He's a little banged up. Groin is bothering him. Back is bothering him. It'll happen. Whatever. I just think sometimes things get thrown out there for reaction, and you have to be careful for what the reaction is. And in this case, again, Will Clark is not happy about it, and you know what? I don't blame him. So, anyways, I hope that's the best answer I could give you. I know it was a little longer than I wanted, but I appreciate the super chat. Bake the dough. Keep the cookies coming too, by the way, because I put on 7 pounds eating them, but that's your fault. So can't help it. Anyways, let me just check a few comments before I move on to the Dodgers Giants preview. Anthony, let's check in with Anthony. He says, whole show Clarks, that is. I'm not sure what that means. Bake the Dough says, thank you for your answer. No problem. Anytime. Let's see. Bryce Herber, who likes to check in. We appreciate Bryce. He says, it's all a misunderstanding, and that's possible. That's possible. But again, Bryce, when it gets thrown out there the way it did by Will, you're probably going to have action. You're probably going to have action. Anyways, so Marquette says, Glenn, my man, how you doing? I'm doing great. I'm excited about the weekend. I'll be out there tomorrow night. We got the Friday Night Kipes show with Dwayne and I after at the Gotham Club. If you guys know about that, but good stuff there. We go out there after the game, do a nice, fun post-game show for the Gotham Club members. Ron Wotus is going to be our guest. We talk baseball. We talk life. We just have a good time. The place is packed. It's super fun. And we're working really hard, folks, to get the audio from those shows onto my show, the Glen Kuiper Show, All Giants. And we're working on that right now. And when we do that, I will certainly let you know. And you'll be able to hear the shows, at least the audio of these shows. But that's the Friday Night Kipes is what we call it, Dwayne and I, and we have a good time. So we got the ball game, and then we have that tomorrow night, and then 2 more games in the series. So all good coming up. Giants and the Dodgers. And how about this, folks? Hard to believe, but the Dodgers have lost 6 in a row. They were swept by the Astros in LA and then swept by Milwaukee in the Midwest. And during the 6-game losing streak, the Dodgers outscored 44-10. Now, 18 of those 44 runs came in one game by Houston, but still, the Dodgers in a weird funk right now. I've lost 6 in a row, but to show you how weird baseball is, and, we've seen it with the Giants where they just go on one of these stretches where nothing seems to go right. It can come right after a winning stretch. Or it's the ebb and flow of a baseball season. I know you hear baseball people say that all the time, but it's true. It's really true. It's the ebb and flow of a 162-game season. And here's my point. The Dodgers have just lost 6 in a row. Before the 6-game losing streak, they won 15 out of 18. It's just what happens in baseball, no matter how good you are. And the Dodgers are terrific. They're 56-38. Of course, they got the 5-game lead over the Giants. That record is the best in the National League. So they're in a little funk right now. Have not scored a lot of runs during this losing streak. But they are the Dodgers, and they're a terrific, talented team, a deep roster. So they are what they are. I mean, we're not kidding anybody here. We know how good they are. On Friday night, it'll be Logan Webb and Dustin May. That's the pitching matchup tomorrow night.